All right, I don't know if we're actually live here. Let's see. I hit live. So let me know if we're here. I'm going to cover which goats left and where did they go. I'm going to hop on over and see myself if we're live. Welcome in, guys. I don't know if it created a new broadcast or what. Test 1 2. Where are you? Are we live yet? I'm gonna do a test before I do anything. Make sure we're actually good. Hello? Yes. Okay. I thought I had a glitch. It was like a 20-second delay. What do you know? All right, guys, welcome in. Okay, so now that people are rolling in, we can start moving with this stream. So thanks for joining. So you guys probably know we had 17 goats. No, you didn't know. Now you know. Now you know. There were 17 goats that left the farm today. More than expected, but less than I was hoping for. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover who left the farm today. I'm going to cover a couple of weird coincidences. Talk about coincidental timing. I just texted you about this. Yeah, you did. So Andy did just send me a text message. He said, hope you're holding up okay with the mom group leaving today. It's a smart move from a financial risk standpoint, but still has to be tough emotionally. And he is correct about that. It was an emotional group of goats that left. Not all of them. There were definitely some jerks in there, and I was okay with that. But, you know, we made a decision for goats to leave when business started drying up, so it was time to make some moves, because just because the events aren't there doesn't mean that they still don't need to eat, and they still don't need that kind of stuff. So I still need to feed them and care for them and love them, and they're expensive, but I have to make smart decisions for our family. And that's what we've done. We've reached out to some people, and we made some bigger moves. Obviously, the Snyder family farm took the 50 goats to their farm a couple weeks ago, and they're actually at the York Fair setting up today, setting up their tent. So yeah, the point of this live is we are going to go over the list of goats that left the farm today. An absolutely amazing, weird coincidence towards the end of what happened. I haven't even told Lauren yet, so she's probably listening. She's in the background. Huh? Well, you gotta watch the live. Yeah. What's up, Greg and Rita? How are you? Okay, so we can start with, I don't know if I want to just jump right into it or if I want to do more or less. Well, there you go. There's the list. There's the list of the goats that left, and this morning I started the day after the live stream by trimming hooves. So this is me getting their hooves ready, going through and giving them a final health check and making sure they're ready to go. Obviously, right there are going to be some names. Angel, Ariel, Aurora, Cinderella, Elsa, Grace, Izzy, Kahlua, Luna, Mama, Moana, Nutmeg, Rapunzel, Shadow, Skittle, Swifty, and Willow. I want to, if you'll stick with me, if you'll hang with me, go through some pictures of each of the goats that I pulled up for the prospective goats. But it was, can you do 2 times fast forward on the computer on YouTube? I know you can't, like if I hold, do I have to actually hold it the whole time? I guess I do. So I'm going to hold it. So this is Skittle, obviously getting her hooves done. Guys, This is hard. This is difficult. 17 goats left. Yes, 17 goats left. This is difficult because I started streaming in 2022 because of hope. I picked up the camera and I started streaming because of hope. I wanted to share the story of her because she had a rough birth. The video went viral. People were asking. So I picked this random time, 7-Eleven. You know, kind of came up with in conversation with one of Lauren's ex-coworkers. And she was like, why not call it the 7-Eleven Animal Heaven? I was like, oh, that's good. Trying to find a time in the morning where I do the chores. I could take you guys along. And at first, it meant nothing. It was a time. It meant absolutely nothing. It was a time I could go live, a time I could remember, a time that was easy and catchy, maybe a little bit of brand building. But it was nothing. You guys created it to turn into something. I turned on the camera and you guys showed up. I'd turn on the camera and when I first started, there was maybe 20, and then it was 40, and then 60, and Facebook, you know, is where I started this, but you guys started the entire journey. There were, towards the end of my Facebook run, there were 600 or 700 people that were tuning into my live streams live at the moment. And the story of hope actually became more of the story of us, the story of our farm, the story of where we're going, what we're doing next, what events we're going to do. The story of hope became the story of your hope. People at home that are bedridden, people that are home struggling with depression or struggling with the loss of a loved one or sickness or illness, and people tuned in every day, and it then became something. 7-Eleven became something you guys remembered, something that I shared everything with you guys. I shared the births, I shared the deaths, I shared the love, and I shared I didn't want to get out of bed sometimes. I was cold. It was cold, it was muggy, it was wet, I'd be tired, I'd get up in my pajamas, and you guys were there. Every day you would still show up and be there. And so then 7-Eleven all of a sudden became a staple of most of your guys' mornings. You watched us build the business into this amazing thing. We didn't invent a petting zoo. That's not what we did. We didn't invent something that has already been there. But what we did do is we revolutionized the petting zoo, and we turned it into nothing but goats. The goat snuggling thing, the Goatfather. We just branded ourselves as the goats. And you know what? It took off. The Kutztown Folk Festival was our first time doing it, and it was a hit. And then the Allentown Fair was next. And that summer between the Allentown Fair and the Folk Festival, it was crazy. It was birthday parties and retirement homes. I started to meet people in person that were watching us on live. I started to realize that, hey, oh my gosh, I'm being recognized by people out there. And then people started joining us. And then the farm show, we hit up the farm show, and the business just took off from there. Nobody had ever seen anything like it. 1,500 square feet, 100 baby goats, volunteers showing up, putting in the hard sweat, tears, but for a reason. Like we all put in the same effort for a reason, because it wasn't about the money. It was about spreading joy and happiness through goats, making connections with the animals, watching people just melt when they picked up a baby goat. Not just kids, grandparents and dads and moms and people from all over the world would just come and snuggle the goats. Can I bring back the curly mustache? No. And it was amazing to see how you guys followed the journey. Volunteers came and showed up in person. We created a family, like this big old happy family, a community of people online, a community of people in person. And I just never could have imagined where this entire journey was going to go. I had no clue. And here we are today, finding ourselves making very tough decisions, saying goodbye to the goats, saying goodbye to a lot of the goats, and trying to get down to about 25 goats is the plan, because the plan has changed. And I don't know what the plan is. I have no clue. I'm honestly just as confused as you guys are. I don't know what is next. But I do know is that we wouldn't have been where we got to if we weren't listening to God. If we weren't, I never called the 7-Eleven a ministry. I never meant for it to, that wasn't the point of it, but that's what it turned out to be. People came and tuned in for a laugh. They came and tuned in to, just feel better about themselves. I have legitimately had phone calls. Even actually, was it last week, honey? We got a phone call from someone that our live streams saved their life. It's probably a handful of them where they were going to choose to take their own life. And they found some sort of hope and joy in watching our animals and our journey. And that means a lot to me right there. And I'm not going to stop the 7-Eleven. I'm not going to stop doing it. It may be different. It may not be the same as it's always been. I don't know what it'll look like, but what was absolutely nuts today, I didn't tell you guys something. I've been holding back a little bit of a secret. The goats that left today, they went to the Ironstone Creek farm, the farm that is taking our place at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. I knew this for a while, but I didn't want to say anything. They didn't do anything wrong. They're a good family. They have a good intentions in their heart. They do something very similar. They spread joy and happiness through animals. But I know people disagree with me, but I think Jimothy needs to be safely caught and sent to a wildlife sanctuary. It's dangerous out there for the disabled. Yo, somebody found me through my Jimothy video. That's pretty cool. Welcome on in, Dubai. So Ironstone Creek Farm has the goats, 17 of them. The breeding stock made sense for them because by the time they birth out and by the time January comes, the goats will be just the right size for them. So I didn't tell you that, and I did that on purpose because I was trying to protect them. But after talking to her today, I was told it's okay to let you guys know as long as you play nice. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. All they did was they just signed up for a job, and they got the job, and I'm happy for them. And I hope that our goats can continue the legacy over there. I hope that our goats can spread joy and happiness on their farm. I mean, that's what our goats were bred for. That's what they were designed for. From birth until the time that we say goodbye to them, they do nothing but socialize and enjoy people, and they snuggle, and that's what they're meant for. And the fact that they can go to another farm that's going to continue the legacy makes me happy on the inside. It makes me smile. I can go and see them. You guys can go and see them. Whether they do social media content or not, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen. This is the Dubai. These are the breeding stock. And what's up, Corey? How you doing? So they left with 17 today, and there were a couple surprise leaves. But I want to get on to the story just a little bit because I don't want to put it at the very end of this live stream because I'm going to go through each of the pictures of the goats that left, or at least the ones I could pull up within 20 minutes of starting this live stream. We cried. It was tough. Some of the goats were harder than others, and some I didn't know were going to leave, and they left. I trimmed their hooves. We did all the things, and we said goodbye. And I have footage of that. I have footage of them going by, and I'll be playing that in a second. But what really caught me off guard, and the part that I didn't talk about yet, is I got a text message from her after she left. And she asked me, what is the significance of the 7-Eleven? And, Like I explained a few minutes ago, the 7-Eleven was just a time. It meant nothing. It didn't mean anything. It was literally a time that I could just go live, and it became something. It became something you guys could look forward to and, find an escape from life just for an hour every morning. And she then tells me that 7 and 11 are her two lucky numbers. And yeah, she could just be making that up, but then she sent me a picture of a tattoo that's on her forearm. It's her grandmother's birthday. Sorry. Because I didn't know her in 2022. I didn't know her in 2023. I didn't know in 2024. I did not know this woman from nowhere, right? And she's had that tattoo on her arm,
That's crazy.
7-Eleven, for years. And what this tells me is God already read that chapter of the book. He already knew this was coming. So I was like, that, I don't know. Some people don't believe in signs or cosmic signs or signs from God or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. It's definitely a thread connecting the beginning of our story to the end of our story, which the crazy thing is I was on my way home from getting hay this morning. I got 50 bales of hay, and isn't that crazy? It's insane. I was coming home from getting the hay this morning, and I was letting it out, man. I was letting it out, and I was crying, just trying to get my act together, trying to figure out what to do next, and that's when I got the text from her. You guys are an amazing community of people, and you've been through the lows and the highs, and this obviously is one of the lows. We're just going to continue the story. The 7-Eleven isn't going anywhere. I'm still going to turn the camera on every morning. I want to make sure that you guys have a place to smile and laugh, cry, and I just want to be a source of entertainment. I'm not a ministry in the sense of a church or what Mark and Lori Weston do over on Hope Ministries. That's not my ministry. My ministry is to show you real life and show you that through God's grace, you can get through it. You can continue on and you can make it work, right? We don't know what the next chapter holds, but I'm not giving up. Last month I gave up. I did, but I found myself again. Yeah, so anyways, that's the story. And this is, this is this morning. Oh, somebody just called. I should have turned my phone do not disturb. It was a spam risk anyways. So, with no further ado, I am going to cover the goats that left. I'll see if I can do something really quick while I still have your guys' attention. Obviously, I only had a few minutes to pull up the pictures of the goats that left, and I didn't get one of everybody, but there are certain goats that you guys are going to recognize and know. This is Angel. You guys probably remember Angel. She's been on the farm for a while. This is a tough one because we know that Missy was bonded with them. I think Missy actually named Angel, and her daughter Aurora was not on the list to go. This is Angel right here. And her daughter wasn't on the list to go, but Lauren said, please ask if they'll take another goat. We want to keep them together. So at a great at a great discount, we went ahead and offered them up Aurora. And this is Aurora right here. And there's so many more pictures out there that I don't have of these goats. You guys can join the group that we have on Facebook called Goat Crazy. And there's basically an entire album of all of our goats. You know, the moms here on the list to the right, all of them, they were exposed. We didn't guarantee pregnancy, but they were exposed. Lauren called. Didn't you call Missy right away? And Megan. So Lauren made a couple calls immediately after the goats rolled out to make sure that they know that the people that loved them the most knew where they were going. This one's tough. This is the princesses. All three princesses and Elsa went. So since Elsa was available, Rapunzel, Cinderella, and Ariel, they all went with. That was really cool and makes my heart happy, but also this was a tough one, and this would have been a tough one. Look at your channel as an emotional bank account. People make deposits and withdrawals. If the withdrawals outnumber the deposits, time to close the account. I see a lot of deposits here. Wow, thank you so much there. I appreciate that. So yeah, the princesses was tough. That one caught me off guard, but I mean, I know that decisions have to be made. We can't hold on to everybody. It's expensive. Once a week, I'm spending between $400 and $500 just in hay. That doesn't include minerals. That doesn't include the grains or the milking grains. Doesn't include vet bills. It doesn't include the power to keep the lights on, the electricity to run the pumps. It doesn't include the labor. So it has to be done. Decisions have to be made. This one here, guys, you know who this is right here. This is Elsa. That is the mom to the princesses. Elsa also had Britt and Brighton, if you guys remember. Britt and Brighton were the little babies from the Lake Road property, and you guys got to watch that birth. You got to be a part of that. That was really cool. Grace, Miss Grace. I couldn't find an actual photograph of Miss Grace, but what I did do is I pulled up a little video. This is a YouTube video of her last birth. So yeah, Grace, she was quite the character. Grace is one of those I'll love you on my type of terms. She was a good mom, also a little bossy, but that's okay. Kahlua. So Kahlua, unfortunately, had to go. She was exposed, so she could be pregnant. We love us some Kahlua. There's Brenda from New York. I think she got to name Kahlua. Yeah. So you can see how these people, like Brenda's from New York. I don't know how many times she's been to our farm, how many events that she's been to, how many days and hours and how much money she's put up for hotels just to come and be a part of this. It goes to show you that this is not just, this is something that brings people together online, and it brings people together in person. The maternity ward gate was happy to see Grace go. That is absolutely true. Grace was very hard on the maternity ward gate. She knocked it off many times. Here you go. You ready for this one? Does this look familiar, Andy? One of the goats in here is one that left. So we decided to keep Tenley right there, but there's the one right there. that's the goat right there, Moana. Couldn't find an actual photograph of her, but we did get the video clip of her being a booger. Now, I can't play this music right here because obviously it's copyrighted. So what I'm going to do is put my other music back up and we can play that music. Or we can play. Here we go. There she is. Pretty eyes. She's a good goat. She's a good goat. But she was a troublemaker, that's for sure. So thanks, Andy, for putting that together for us. Found it on your channel there. Next, I couldn't find any good pictures of Nutmeg, but in that last video, actually right in this last video, I didn't even realize it. Hold on. There. Nutmeg. She left as well, too. Or as some people like Jacob call it, it's eggnog. Eggnog left. She came back to us. She was actually born on our farm a long time ago. She left, went somewhere else, and then came back as part of our farm. Now exposed, going to have babies. Guys, it was a hard decision to decide on keeping the goats and filming their births live. Wait, is that Lauren? Never mind. That's Lauren. Okay, Lauren looks like Nutmeg. Here's the Nutmeg. That's all I could find. That's the best I could get. I messed up. Sorry. It took me a second to figure out what was going on. So yeah, eggnog / Nutmeg has left the farm. But what I was saying is it was a hard decision to decide to let these guys leave. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. Because I could have streamed all their births and kept them and sold the babies separately. Now, financially, maybe that would have been a smarter choice, but emotionally, I'm going through so much that it probably wouldn't have been good emotionally for me if, unfortunately, we had another C-section or... There's so many things that could happen, and I'm trying to protect my family and what we're doing. Trying to protect the goats as well, doing the best I can to try to find them the best homes possible. So I made this choice. I made the choice to sell off the exposed moms. Minus, we did keep Shania, Tenley, and was there anybody else? Did we keep anybody else, hon? I think Shania and Tenley both exposed. So we do have 2 births coming. Now that doesn't mean we're never going to breed again, but you know. All right, here's the next one for you.
Stu and I are on the hayride today, guys. Look at this. We're at the church festival today. Hi, guys. Say hi, guys. Hi. We're going on the hayride. Stu and I are going to go on the hayride. It's a lot of fun today. We're having a good time.
So if you don't know who that is, that's Stella. Stella is one of our faithful, longtime volunteers and a friend of ours. And we were at an event together. Stella and I used to hit up all the events together. I'm going to miss that relationship. I'm going to miss the relationships that we had with a lot of these people, because it's not just the goats leaving, it's the relationships that they're going to struggle too. But she decided to take Skittle on a ride when she was still snuggleable. A hay wagon ride.
Get a bumpy. Hold on, Skittles. Hold on.
So yeah, there's Skittle. Well, there's a Honda three-wheeler. I don't know where that came from. Here's one for you. Willow left the farm today. Thank you, Deb. All right, so I didn't have all of the, who's this one? Hoof trimming. Yeah, this is back to the hoof trimming that I was doing earlier. I was getting the goats ready. So let's talk real quick. I'm gonna bring up the video footage of us actually loading them into the trailer. I didn't shove the camera in the face of the new owner. The Ironstone Creek farm. It's a mouthful. They will be taking over our spot at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. Whether they decide to do content is up to them. I don't know. Whether you're going to continue to watch these goats online, I don't know. I can tell you she did say she was. Thank you, Cindy. She did say she was planning on posting pictures of the births, possibly videos. She already sent me videos of the goats in their new pastures. So I'm going to show you that stuff. We're going to cover that. And a couple of these goats, I didn't get pictures up. I didn't pull them up. Like Izzy, Mama, Luna. I couldn't find any pictures of Luna. Couldn't find any pictures of Swifty. But again, I didn't have a ton of time to prepare this live stream. Buddy, the best part about losing your identity is that you get to build a new one. You have done this time and time again. You're a cat and will land on your feet. Seen you do it for 30 years. I appreciate that, man. You know, it's different this time, though, because every time in the past that I landed on my feet from something, I never thought that I was actually going to stay standing. Every time I had gone through some sort of trial or tribulation and I ended up being a contractor or this, I never thought in my mind, I never thought in my heart that was really going to be it. When I landed here on this goat farm with this business model and these animals, oh man, the whole three-wheeler. I really thought that was it. I thought this was the rest of our life. I thought I figured it out. Right, Andy? I thought we had figured it out and this is where we were going to be stuck forever, but it didn't happen that way. Plans have changed and now I've, I guess at least have experience landing on my feet in the past, and we're going to be in that murky area until we do figure it out. I just hope you guys continue to watch. I mean, my numbers have suffered significantly in the last couple months with all of this. The channel is not as big as it used to be. Yeah, we still have the subs and whatnot, but our loyal followers right now on a video like this, we should have 600 or 700 people, but it's okay. I'm not concerned about it because, as Corey says, I'm building a new identity. I'm going to come up with something bigger and better. I'm going to follow God's path. I'm going to get there one way or another. Thank you, Julie. So I'm going to try to pull up my, my two favorites on my cell phone. Well. What we should do here is go ahead and pull it up. And I'll show you guys, and I'll probably fast forward through this because realistically, this was just loading the goats up. you'll be able to see them heading towards the trailer. So what we did was we actually got all the goats into the middle school that were leaving. We did all their hooves. Jeff above my wife, yeah, I guess. I'm taking it, I see Stella's name on here. Did Stella make it on the chat here? Stella, miss you. We should probably just go grab a Pepsi together sometime. There you are. This is really hard for you. Yeah, I know. This is hard for everybody. This is not an easy thing by any means. But as you can see, there's the trailer backing up. What we did is get all the goats into the middle school section. Then I opened the outside door, and slowly we gathered the goats up, or sent them out the door. And one by one, they worked their way towards the trailer and got in. Thank you, Dale. I do appreciate that. How many bullies are you going to get rid of? You mean Billy goats? Most of them. I won't need all of them. Most of them. I want you guys to keep in mind that we're not getting rid of every goat, right? I forced Hope to snuggle me when I got home today. I forced her to snuggle me. I put her in my lap, even though she didn't want to, and I forced her to sit there, and I told her a story. I told her a story about how she's changed so many people's lives. She didn't want to be in my lap, but I made her listen. And I held her there. And she listened. And then she protected me afterwards. It was funny. After she forced her way out of my lap because she thought my story was boring, she started headbutting the other goats that were around her, saying, "Get off, this is my Goatfather." So, man. Like I said, it wasn't, the 7-Eleven was nothing but a time, and you guys are what turned it into a thing, right? I'm getting the last bit of goats in the trailer right here. The sad thing is, we still have like 100 goats to go. So this is not over yet. I don't know. I'm so grateful that the Snyder Family Farm and Iron Creek Stone Farm has stepped up to take some of these goats. Obviously, as a business decision, it was very smart for them, and as a standpoint of the goats, it's very good for them because we're keeping large groups together. And that's important to us, trying to keep groups of goats together because they have bonds. They have connections. Bye, Kay. See you later. I don't know, Henny. I don't know. I don't even know. We did mark up a bunch of goats this morning that were not available to leave this way as she walked around. She said she might recoup some of the funds. This is the hard part right here. This is when the princesses were leaving. Of course, Lauren needed to get some photographs of them. And Lauren had to pick a wedgie, of course. I just caught you on camera picking a wedgie. Here they are in the trailer, getting ready to leave. $17. You know who I'm going to miss out of that group right there? This is a goat that's been really pulling at my heartstrings the last couple, how do you rewind this? Pulling at my heartstrings the last couple of 7-Elevens. And Andy, you've probably noticed it too. Luna. Luna has been so friendly lately. She's been very like needy, wanting your attention, pawing at you, acting a lot like Reba. So yeah, I'm sad to see her go. Shadow and Izzy, don't really care too much about them. Sorry. Of course, Angel. Angel's a hard one. You know, everyone called Nutmeg a jerk lately, but it's funny. Lauren couldn't catch her. Lauren was like, I'm not going to catch her. I can't catch her. She's a jerk. She wasn't a jerk for me. She never actually has been a jerk for me. You've got Kahlua, and you've got Elsa. You got Elsa's babies, the princesses. They get to go. I swear, they're still snuggle size. They could definitely still snuggle. Grace, good riddance. Good riddance, Grace. That's it. I mean, oh, here's the videos that were sent, and I haven't even watched them yet. So if you guys want to watch with me, and I'm going to take the music down and put the cell audio on. I think. So here they are. Look at how tall the grass is where they're going. They got there to their pasture, and the grass is so tall. So much. Here you go. Can you hear them crunching? I can hear them crunching. Hey, hon. Yeah, is there anything that you would like to add? Anything you want to say? What? She says, I love you. That's what she had to add to this. Turn my attention to the chat a little bit if you guys want. Andy says, Willow's a tough one because I honestly thought you'd have to put her down when she was super sick. Testament to how hard you try and care. She was a fantastic surrogate for Mallory, and she is so friendly. Yeah, Andy, that's correct. She was really sick with the meningeal worm, but we managed to get her to pull through. So that's... I appreciate you for mentioning that. Now my chat is going to be a little bit delayed, but I will read your comments if you bring them up. If you have any questions, I can't answer you guys specifics on who's going and who's staying, and I don't want to repeat everything I said earlier about the 7-Eleven and the connection between the Ironstone Creek farm. That's something that I hope you guys can watch on replay if you're just tuning in, because what an amazing coincidence. Yes, Diane, Lauren is keeping herself busy with merchandise. Francis says, I'll continue to watch no matter what the content because you're part of my life now. That's right. Building a connection. You know, what's funny is, and I'm going to tell you this, it's true. I learned the word parasocial relationship. That's what most online creators have with their viewers. Their viewers fall in love with who they are, right? And parasocial means it's usually one-sided. And for a long time, I thought to myself, you know what, that's kind of what I'm doing here. It's a parasocial relationship. And with a lot of you guys, it might be, especially new people. But by interacting with you guys on these live streams, these relationships have become not parasocial. You guys have become integrated into our life just as much as you've become integrated into our lives. Whatever, you know what I mean. Thank you, Ricardo, for Pepsi's Forever Want to join. So I thought that was kind of neat to think of it that way. If I were just posting videos, it would definitely be a parasocial relationship. But the fact that I love the relationships with you guys. I love meeting you in person. I love inviting you guys to our farm. I love doing events with you guys. I love going to dinner and swimming in the pool, having fun, joking around. That's what it's all about. It's relationships with the animals and with the people.
I do have something to add.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I have to bend down. My neck is so bad. I have a crink in my neck, guys. I did want to add, you talking about us having the friendships with everyone. I do want to add that we want to continue those friendships. We don't want you to go anywhere. We don't want our volunteers to go anywhere because we love you and we value those relationships with you guys. Mary and I were just talking earlier today. We're going to add some open pool days to the calendar for the remainder of summer because we'd love to open up our pool and our farm to those who are local or those who aren't local and want to travel. Maybe you couldn't make it to the July 4th picnic, but keep an eye out. There's going to be some dates coming where we're going to open up for pool days. Okay?
Thank you. Thanks, Corey, for checking. Listen, people will watch on replay too. You are absolutely fair game to go live anytime you want. You don't have to check if I'm live first. All right. Jane Ann says, it was my plan to make a video with Grace when giving birth for your funny videos, but sad she's gone to a new home. No, it's definitely happy that she's gone to a new home along with these other goats because it's a good home. It's a good home. I do ask that anybody or any farms that get our goats, that you please just show them some grace. You see what I did there? Show them some grace. These are just other farmers that are just trying to make it through life, trying to book some gigs, trying to feed their animals, trying to make something for themselves. And it's best that Did I miss that? Sarah Young sent a 50, or that's still up there? That's still up there from before. Okay. It just, for some reason, just popped up. Just show them some grace. They are people just like us. Nope, saw you were in and I had to come to see what you were up to. Glad I did. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hope. Have only positive expectations. Did you hear that? So my hat says God over all things. The next hat should say hope. Have only positive expectations. Who came up with that? That's awesome. Well, guys, that's it. I covered everything I wanted to cover. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. It was amazing. It was awesome. Thank you so much. Deb says, you've become a part of my family. I'm retired, and you bring me so much joy every day. Thank you, Deb. Yeah, is there any more chats before I log off of here? Let me scroll back and make sure I see all of them. A lot of hugs. Cindy says, wish I lived closer. Love to marry. Please don't forget the thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Don't do that. I think I got them all, unless some new ones trickle in here. Thank you, Ashley. Dolly says, we are family, and we will always be together, and you do a good job with the farm. Well done. Thank you. Brenda came up with it. Okay. Well, good. I thought I saw Henny posted earlier. Maybe not. Or she was repeating, or maybe she didn't, and it was Brenda. I wasn't really reading, and just glanced up at the screen. And yeah, super awesome shout out to Brenda and all of our mods for just doing their thing. We're still going to need mods, especially if I dabble in